All right, day 2 out here, dudes. I've cut a couple pieces. This plasma cutter of mine keeps tripping a fuse and it doesn't want to cut this. So I think I'm going to start on that side, make a hole, put one bolt in, take a bunch of measurements, and then same thing on this side. And I'm just going to use 2 bolts for now. Got the swing arm mounted. The motor's, oh, that's another reason that I don't have to worry about that so much, because the motor is going to go up to like there. All right, so we're good. I got the swing arm mounted, not too bad. Boogered it out nicely. She'll hold. I am going to determine what to do with these shock mounts here in a little while, where to place them exactly. And then I'm going to cut them out and make them, weld them on, get them bolted in. Then put the crank in here and get the engine in the perfect spot for the sprocket situation. That should be good to go. So I know this all looks rough, but I'm just a country boy from Texas now. And I'm gonna ride this Banshee in that daggone BW, and I'll suffer the consequences. If not, that's gonna hold up. That'll hold up. That'll hold up. It's heavier duty than the mounts that were on it. Same thing with these shock mounts I'm making. I tacked them there. Going to mount this backside piece, tack it up, do the other side, and then weld them all in place. I'm gonna need my plasma cutter for this because there's a nut back here, and I'm gonna have to cut some of this out to go around it. Otherwise, it won't be a flush fit. You see, it'll stick out. See that? Take this grinder and get this cleaned up so I can put a tab on it. Okay, let's double check everything. I may weld that up and then do the inside. I think that's what I'm gonna do. Y'all can peep that. I'm not a welder. I could hit it with the wire brush and make it look a little better for you, but let's see what this one looks like when I'm done. Not my proudest moment, but that's why we're putting 2 tabs on it. This one ain't too bad. Now we're gonna put some on the inside here. So let's get those cut. I'd set you up on the tripod, but it'll fall. I'm gonna cut me this notch out of here so my channel clear, and we're getting ready to weld that in. So guys, I'm not super stoked on this Amazon plasma cutter. I've tried doing a few things today. I tried cutting this out with it, and the other side, and then I tried cutting the inside of this out with it. which is basically just another inner piece in there that's hard to see, and cut this piece with it. So I chunked out right there where that mount goes across so that we could get a good look at the chain and know that the chain ain't gonna hit. And now that we got her all lined up, I'm gonna tack this plate in, and then I'm gonna weld it in, and then I'm gonna start working on the front end of this bad boy. So tomorrow I plan on taking a piece of this out here. I've got this 1 inch I picked up today, and I'm gonna take a piece, I'm gonna lop this off, and I'm gonna run a piece down from here, probably to just beneath this, or maybe all the way, and then 2 more coming off the bottom that tie into this piece here, and then we can make a mount off of that. I guess I'm cutting this tomorrow. We got it to a roller today, so that was my plan, and I was able to accomplish that, but barely. And we'll keep going tomorrow. So ordered these radiators for my Tri-Z, and with a little bit of modification, they'll work. So obviously I can hook those two together pretty easily. So I hit Tractor Supply, which is my new go-to for hardware. All these washers, 2 bolts for the swing arm, 2 bolts for the shock, and a bunch more washers. It's only $4. If that had been at some other place I used to go to, it would have cost a lot more than that. I'm gonna get these put in and then take a measurement to see if we could use this old stock style jack shaft tensioner. If not, we're gonna put a roller down here off of a tab that's gonna keep the chain tensioned. But I'm gonna get all my hardware in, get it all cinched down so I can get a perfect look, and then I'll know for sure. So guys, this is day 3. Yesterday I got it rolling. Today I plan on taking the engine back out once I get all this solidified, and then cutting this. I think I might have to cut this whole gusset off. We're gonna bend some pipe, run it down underneath here, and then cut a piece to make a new gusset that'll probably be stronger than this stuff. And it's about the same size as this, so it should look good. We got some 1 1/4 inch pipe here. We're gonna bend it, then we're gonna cut it. We're gonna bend it first. So let's see what we got here. If that bend starts at 16 inches, I'm okay. And the cool thing is this pipe is a little bit too long. I need about a 36 inch section. This is 48 inches. So I'm gonna trim the top end off once I get the bottom end figured out. And I'm gonna do the bend a little long so I can move it back and forth. So I only have to hopefully do this once. So that to be the center of it, I suppose. No kinks in the end of it.
Super clean.
How do you tighten it? Push that in and turn it tighter?
Yeah.
That good? All right, come over here. It starts blowing the sparks all the way through. That's when you know it's cutting. Then you slowly just go straight down. Get closer, buddy. Closer. There you go. Now wait. A little closer. Now start going down. Yeah, but it's not for looks, it's for cutting with.
Yeah. I think you just, yeah, no, never mind. It's fine.
Go sawzall down through this. I think I should. New battery, let's see what it'll do.
No. No, it's making progress.
Let's take a minute to get it going.
I think I'm gonna get that.
Stay right there until it starts blowing through. Now go down, nice and slow. That's hands-free grinding right there, boys. I'm trying to teach y'all something. Hands-free grinding. Hands-free plasma cutting. Hands-free taking out the trash. Let me see what you got going. I'm in here by the heater. Parker's liking the metalwork. All right, so I've got the front end of the frame bent here. Basically, I've run it up into this old neck. We're gonna re-brace this, and then I'm gonna put one of these in on each side. Also, a cross member from here to here, and then possibly a runner from here to here to mount my gas tank. And I'm gonna mount my radiator off of this and a couple other pieces, but I need to be able to turn, so that's a concern. As far as the pipe goes, this has been a bit of a pain in my ass, slowing me down. Like getting the engine in's been a little easier. So we're gonna have one more mount off of this to here. This is gonna have a bracket that bolts to this and a big rubber dampener in between them, kind of like a car motor mount, just to absorb some of the shock. This is gonna sit up about right here. The plan with the pipe so far, don't cry just yet, just because I don't remember how this cut apart and can never fix it. I can never put it back together ever in a million years. It goes just like that or like this. I think it was like this. Anyways, we're gonna take a lot of this out and hopefully not compromise any performance. So this is gonna go here. Hopefully not quite a U, but you know, coming up here. And I could make all these adaptations work. I'm obviously gonna have to run a section of this pipe and a section of this. So then this pipe is gonna mount to it here. You know, see that? I'm obviously gonna cut these off and clean all that up just like I did on the TRX. My issue is the fender mounts here. I don't mind notching the fender to let a little of this by, but you gotta remember your foot peg's here. So moving this back isn't an option. I'll be getting spicy leg everywhere I go. I need this here, and it needs to be out a little so I can still run all my radiator hoses and everything on that side. So I'm thinking this angle right here, ditch this. Obviously the front tire is not gonna come anywhere near it, and she's gonna work. And that's how I'm gonna make it happen, dudes. Honestly, this pipe situation's been harder than all the rest of it, but it's been the hardest part for sure. So we're gonna get into it. I got this piece bent at the top there. There's a bend going in. There's a bend there. One that goes underneath, and then it mates to this back frame back here. I picked me up one of these to make it just a little bit easier on me. So I've got a hole saw that I'm gonna use for that. It's about +4 right now on the rear end because we rear located these shock mounts and we moved the swing arm from here back to here. Everything's all nice and proper. This has to be repunched a little larger, and the motor is gonna sit like this when I put in the new mount. So as far as parts go, guys, I've got me a new DC plastic kit coming, all black, a complete engine rebuild kit, top and bottom end. It comes with the clutch kit. There's a lot of stuff. I've got a whole electrical system coming for it because you can see I have none. New bars, new grips, seat cover, bearings for the swing arm, the carrier, the jack shaft, the front hub, fork seals. I got some Banshee headlights coming, some Banshee headlight covers. What else do we have coming for this thing? I'm gonna drop it in the description here, a bunch of stuff. Basically everything so I could get it powder coated when I'm done. And we're gonna take and round a lot of this stuff off, like these edges on these things. Get them where they're round and not looking so jank. And cut some more stuff off. The pipes are gonna end up running back here in the back. That'll actually be pretty easy compared to the mufflers will be easy compared to the expansion chambers. Or the new fork boots coming. So I found a few things for sure. These gears, the nut on the other side, the keyway. This piece is broken. It goes inside. I need a new one of those. I found a shift fork that looks proper, so we'll see. Some good carburetors. The rest of the transmission, the basket and the output shaft are in good shape. The mufflers are obviously in good shape. So I'm gonna get my manual out and I'm gonna go through here and here and here and find out what all I'm missing. And then I'm gonna get it ordered off of Partzilla because sometimes that's the only place to find this stuff. So I have the other half of the transmission in the motor because the sprocket comes off of it. So I wanted to be able to line up my chains. But now I'm going to, getting ready to redo all this. So I found most of the clutch assembly. I might need the ball if there is one on this, I forget. The rod's there. The clips, I have new transmission bearings coming. Whoo, so we're gonna get up in there, guys. A lot of stuff to do. This is a full-blown throwing together of a big wheel Banshee. Hey guys, I'm gonna throw these on Instagram. Get on Instagram today. Those are on there, both of them, for sale. Update on the Tri-Z. I've got the forks rebuilt. I've got the hubs, new bearings in them, and the carrier, new bearings, everything greased up. Look at that alien silver, guys. Looks amazing. Ooh-wee. That's a nice powder coat with the clear coat on it. I'm trying to see some of them sparkles for you boys. So that's the color I'm gonna do the frame on that. Everything else is gonna be gloss black on the big wheel, I think. And a little bit of blue in there. The forks are rebuilt. I've got all the minor parts back. I'm waiting on the frame, the swing arm, and a couple other parts. Everything's looking new and great. I've got a box of new parts for it there. The engine's rebuilt. Obviously, we did that in the last video. The tank's all cleaned up. I have a few more parts in there to clean up. Eric Silverware has ordered all his parts for his engine, so as soon as they come in, we're gonna rebuild this thing, top to bottom. Tri-Z video, CR250, the jug and stuff should be back. We'll be getting it pretty soon, but I want you guys share these videos to your friends. Come on, guys. This Banshee BW200 build, let's get it out there, boys. Share it away. And whenever it's done, I'm gonna sell it. I don't think I'm gonna be able to handle it. Anybody out there gonna be able to handle it? Big old janky fat tire with too much horsepower. Plenty of 2 springs for 2 big old nuts for whoever the hell's gonna buy it. Appreciate you, dudes. I got 1 space for an engine left. If you got a 2-stroke engine, you need it rebuilt, hit me up. Time Machine ATVs on Instagram. DM me or go to timemachines.shop and get up in there. Get up on timemachines.shop and send me a message. Email me. Oh, so far, I got a pretty good plan going. You know what I mean? So it's gonna take a while to execute this plan, but I may take one more shot at bending this. I would like a little more clearance between here and the head, and I can't give any more space to the front tire. Like, none of this, I checked, the clearance is fine, nothing will hit, but if I go forward, it will. And also, keep in mind, this motor's going up to about here, so I have a little more clearance width it up. I've got the swing arm relocated. I've got the back motor mount done. I got to do the front mount, weld this in, weld these gussets in, cut this plate or this cross member, weld it in, make mounts for the radiator in the tank and make sure they both fit and look proper. Finish welding the pipes, rebuild the motor from 3 boxes of parts, plus all the new parts coming in boxes, and all my welding done. It's going straight to powder coat. Then I'm rebuilding the motor because it takes usually 10 to 14 days to get the powder coating done. I'll already have all the parts to rebuild the motor. I'll then rebuild the motor. When it comes back, we reassemble it all. Then we rip it. The only problem is I don't get to ride it beforehand, so I may end up having to play with the sprockets. You know what I'm saying? It could end up being geared too high or who knows what. I've got a few different variations of sprockets coming for it, but get up in there, dudes. Lots more to come on the channel. The Tri-Z should be back here by Tuesday, and I'm gonna take a little bit of a break on this, finish the Tri-Z, work on this when I can, and a couple hours a day goes a long way on something like this. I've worked on it probably 2-3 hours a day, pretty much every day. And it's a roller now. I've got a lot more of a plan now. I'm a lot more confident that we're gonna get the motor and everything else done, no problem. Guys, I appreciate you for watching. Be sure and get up in there, like and subscribe. Lots more on the channel, dudes. This is just the beginning. I need you guys' help. Let's go viral. I'm busting my ass every day this year, believe it or not. So, and I ain't making no damn excuses, and I ain't got no excuses. So let's get her done. I have nothing that's holding me back this year. We're gonna go completely 100% forward, and we want to make some good quality videos, but more importantly, I want to build some machines and restore some machines that frankly deserve it and need to be out there in the pub. They need to be out there snapping necks and cashing checks, you know what I mean? Steal your bitch type stuff. So get up in there, dudes.